So that's really fucking funny. I think I have to switch games, right? At this point. Like, is it just not gonna let me play the game? Um, like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, I know why it happens. Like, again, this happens during speedruns of the game. Is that like the game just crashes during loading screens? But like I've never seen it happen twice on the same loading screen back to back. Like that is insane. Like thank God this is on Xbox, by the way, because if this wasn't on Xbox, this would be 3 streams already, like 3 different VODs. Oh, do I give it another shot? That's fucking annoying though. I mean, either way, I would switch to AC2 because the actual like I didn't even need to play AC1. I just wanted to play AC1. But obviously, if the game's just gonna fucking break on me like every single time, then I'll give it one more chance. If it crashes again at the same spot, then I'll move on to AC2. I think.
Wait, there must be another way. This one need not
Cool,
die.
playing this again. Trader Sports? I've not seen Trader Sports at all. I haven't looked or anything either.
An excellent kill. Fortune favors your blade.
Did you not accepting through the new carrier cross was dumb, or characters just wanna
He'll teach you how to disregard everything the masters taught us.
yeah.
How would you have done it?
I would not have
I mean,
done
I
the
assume it
best
just
you
means
do.
that like
I would not have taken the life of an innocent. What I would have done is follow the creed.
Nothing
yeah. I mean,
matters
either way, yeah, I get
than
your
submit
explanation of that.
or understand these words. It matters not how we complete our tasks.
Good work, you can feel it.
only
I
that
mean,
it's done.
But this is not the way I'm
see about that. I've never had this before. Like I've seen it on speedruns. Like I remember lasers. Like lasers speed ran a game and got the world record and everything. And his game crashed like 5 times during that. So I know it's a thing that the game does crash on loading screens on Xbox Series X. But
The master believes that
I streamed the entire game like last year, and like I didn't get it crashing once. So it is insane that happened twice in a row.
not have asked me to retrieve it.
On the the Traders Cast, a scene at a wedding. Okay, so that's probably genuine spoilers then, right? You say that's like more of a like, yeah, this person's not there when they should be filming. Worst Survivor player to survive a tribal? I don't remember. Did I do a video on that? No, I did. I did top players to never survive a tribal, right? I never did worst to survive a tribal. I think Banu's in the conversation. Who is there anyone that made my top 10? I don't think so, right? That survived the tribal.
There. That must be the Ark.
The Ark of the Covenant.
But yeah, Banu's pretty bad.
There's
Like,
no such thing. It's just a
uh,
What is it?
Right.
I think it depends on what we're like like what are we actually ranking, right? Because it's like with this spot, it's like I feel like it's one that like their games or like their potential on any given season. Their potential on any given season, I think Banu is probably the answer. If we're talking about the games they played, it's like probably closer to like someone like a Jess or someone like that, Jess Chong. There's probably better answers, but just like again, top of mind.
I'd say it's necessary.
Kelly. I mean, Kelly's definitely like, yeah, Kelly would definitely be up there too. I'm in a Banu sort of
We have a
mold.
chance to be rid of him.
You have already
I think
broken
Kelly
two
actually,
tenets
Kelly
of our
might
creed.
be,
Now you would break the third.
yeah, if it's specifically people that survive the tribal, I think, yeah, Kelly would definitely be in the
Both
conversation.
title and ability.
Jillian.
No better than to question me.
I think Jillian was just screwed to begin with, though. Like, I don't think Jillian's that, like, actively bad at the game. I think she's just old and people don't, like, didn't want to work with her to begin with. Like, she's not good, but, like, I don't know, she's, like, the worst, though.
Hold, Templars. You are not the only ones with business here.
Well, this explains
Nash is bad. Nash is certainly bad, yeah. That's another decent answer. Especially because, like, I think if we're talking about game, Nash is certainly up there because, like, he probably goes out the first round if he didn't have an idol.
You know not the thing.
Kent?
Metal assassin. I spare you only that you may
Like,
return
Kent,
your
we're talking about 2017 Kent?
The Holy Land is lost
No.
to him in
I wouldn't say he's, like,
You should flee now.
I think there's probably worse than Kent.
Stay.
He's not good. Oh, I forgot about Kent from Brainers. I forgot he existed. Oh, yeah, actually, he definitely is. Yeah, I think he might be a pretty good answer. Indy didn't survive a tribal, right?
Kill the assassins.
All right, let's try this again. Like, this is... let's see if the game crashes on me again. Yeah, I generally forgot Kent existed. I kind of forgot, like, generally, I don't remember Brains Run 2 that well anymore. Like, I haven't thought about it, like, since I listened to the last deep dive of it. It's where it has kind of faded from my mind. I think it's a very bad sign. I mean, like, we know that Network 10's, like, struggling right now. But yeah, I think the fact that they're, like, doing something this drastic in shaking up the host in an attempt to, like, bring people back to the show or whatever, I think, yeah, this seems very drastic. I don't think this is a good sign. Alright, let's see. God damn it, if I could fucking work this time. I was actually ready to switch games.
Altair, you've returned.
Running the Persona 5 gacha game is abysmal? Well, that's something. I haven't played it. I don't know if I will.
I trust your mission
But
was a success.
that is funny, though.
Is the master in his tower?
Number 10 has been known to let go
Buried in his books
hosts.
as always. No doubt he expects you.
Yeah, I knew that about MasterChef Australia.
Safety and peace, Altair.
And I might still play Balatro at the end of the stream. Like, I can. Like, with this, playing on Xbox, I can just change games on a whim, so. And, like, Balatro's on Game Pass, so. I have it installed, so. Again, I'll probably play Balatro at the very end anyway. Probably when, I think that'll be a good thing to switch over to when I talk about 50 spoilers. Yeah, I think that's the best idea is to do it when we talk about. I believe that's what I did with AU versus the World spoilers, right? Is I played I switched to Vampire Survivors when doing that. And that's the sign. I will only play Balatro and Survivor. Yeah, if you see me playing Balatro or Vampire Survivors, that means I'm talking spoilers. Kelly Jeremy. It's gonna be an A. I mean, I assume he actually would make the cut, right? If they did do it A versus World 2. I mean, like, I think they're still, like, from what I understand, they're still planning on doing that. He's like, I believe Network 10 as a whole is fucked, not Survivor, in, like, on its own right. Where, like, I think it would be more so a thing of does Network 10 just completely shut down more so than does Survivor get canceled? I think it's the situation. Because, like, Survivor's I believe their second best performing show or something like that. It's like one of the best performing shows on the network. So it's like, I don't think Survivor itself is under risk of getting canceled. It's more so just that, yeah, Network 10 just kind of sucks.
No doubt you're eager to put your tongue to his boot.
I think Bo will probably be let go after season 8.
There'll be plenty of time for that later, brother.
It's their Society game. Interesting. I watched the first, like, half of season 1 of Society game. I don't think I ever finished it. I didn't love it. But also, that was, like, 10 years ago, so maybe I would like it now. Really don't know. I think another network would pick up. Maybe. I mean, again, like, I think it's successful enough that we're like, it might be like in the BB Can, where BB Can currently is, where like, it might not be right away, but like maybe in a couple years. Game. Thank you. Network 10 streaming services is on the brink of being shut down. Yeah, it's not shocking.
Tell me of your mission.
BB27 without Angela, that won't feel right. I guess. The Bo Ryan. Bo Ryan's just kind of whatever. I used to hate him, like, when I watched his first few seasons. I don't hate him anymore. Like, he's just like, but he's not that good, though.
This time it was not enough.
Like, I just don't like how, like, over the top he is with, like, trying to, like, bro down with teams and stuff. It just feels weird to me. Network 10 might pick up, or no, Network 7 might pick up Australian Survivor. Yeah, like, that's the one that does Big Brother, right? Which, yeah, I could definitely see that. Because, like, with BB Australia, that was, like, with the new format and everything, I feel like that was done to compete against Survivor. So it's like, yeah, I feel like they definitely would be looking to buy the rights to Survivor.
I swear to you, I'll find him. I'll go in.
No.
Again, I don't think Australian Survivor will get canceled. I think more so Network 10 could just shut down entirely.
Where are Malik and Kadar?
And then, like, it'll probably take, like, a year or two for, like, another company to get the rights to Australian Survivor. Where, like, I think it'll be gone for, like, a year or so. And then eventually it'll come back.
Gone. Because of you!
Robert threw me from the room. There was no
Those who
way
can't even
back.
go to 10 play without a
Because you would
VPN.
not heed my warning.
Sites.
All of this could have been avoided.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, because I remember I went to it and yeah, it just wouldn't let you like load the videos itself. But I remember like I went on to like look for like images at points, see if there's like any like screenshots I could use.
I've watched your favorite fail to find.
Want to do a reality TV host ranking? I don't know. I'm not dying to do it. I really don't care. It's the reality. But I don't know. Maybe someday. But yeah, where are we at the pregame thing? Might as well still finish this.
So he seeks a battle. Very well. I'll not deny him.
Let's see. Before the massive cuts, Jenna. So this is the part that I don't think is real, or at least I think this is kind of sketchy. But yeah, Jenna, Jerry, Sean Rector, Rob C, Sari, Angelina, Christian, and Genevieve had open communication.
It will be done.
Once the drops happen, as I stated, Jenna, Sari, Angelina, Christian, Genevieve continued with the addition of D. Which would imply, obviously, like, yeah, D would be like a late addition to that alliance. But I feel like that just doesn't, that feels very flimsy to me. Like, a grouping that big. And also, like, I really don't see, like, Rob C pre-gaming with Sean Rector and Jerry Manthe. And, like, all those other people. I just feel like it's, like, a weird grouping to come together where, like, I don't know. I wouldn't believe that, personally. Not sure what Coach's lying did for him. So, yeah, it seems like Coach just genuinely lied to everybody that he was on, also. Which is, like... wait, what did I do here? Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong part of the game. Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm supposed to go to the front first. It's almost as if I don't know Assassin's Creed 1. I do not expect the 249er. Wait. Oh, I do not think anyone expected the 249ers on. So I don't know how that worked for or against them. And then Mike was kept secret by 2 different Goliath people. That part is interesting. So yeah, like it seems like. So yeah, like we now know for sure that Mike White was on the cast the entire time. Just the only people that knew about it were his fellow Davis Goliath players, in that they supposedly pre-gamed without him and didn't tell anybody that he was on. Yeah, the Figgy thing's not real. I don't know why people genuinely believe Figgy was like in the run. I don't know why people believe this. Like she posted a video like mocking like the Carolyn and Jesse situation, and then like took out of that oh Figgy was just cut or whatever. It's like I'm pretty sure she was joking. Like she literally posted that video like when Carolyn and Jesse posted their video like in a way like to mock Carolyn's like getting cut and everything. They're like, I 100% do not feel like Figgy was actually in the running. No idea why they didn't call Rachel. Well, from what I understand, winners were really like. So I think like yeah, I think some winners were given the initial call. A lot of them turned it down. They decided not to go through with winners. Then I think winners were not brought back in until like March when they had like specific winners in mind. So my assumption is that I think they literally knew who they wanted at that point and only called like those people. So I think it's just a spot where like Rachel just didn't seem to get picked. Now I don't know why Rachel didn't get picked. I think that is a weird thing. But I guess to them, I assume that just means that they just looked at Marianne and Dee as bigger locks, and they probably thought we don't need 3 New Era winners. But I am surprised by that though. Yeah, we knew that about Ty. That Ty, or at least again, if you believe Stars Unite's information, Stars Unite was like, yeah, Ty got cut and then got called back or whatever. So like, it was implied that Ty was like a later cut, ultimately. I've not thought about final juror ranking for AU like ever since I made the first one. So I don't know. Probably I would assume he's I. Virgin Angelina did that because Mike White's transphobic, obviously. I assume Mike White told them don't tell people that I'm on. I assume it's probably what happened. But that also implies that Mike White himself did not pregame at all, right? Which is also probably not great, but also I think Mike White's probably fine. They see Mr. Beast hosting a Squid Game Season 2. Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't know that. I'll probably watch it at some point. I heard with Squid Game Season 3, it's Minsu's story where I thought they were going to show. Yeah. I mean, like, I didn't really, like, I didn't really care about Minsu. Like, that's the like, meeker guy that was, like, working with Thanos and whatever, right?
We've a surprise plan for our
Yeah, I feel like ultimately I didn't really care much about his storyline, but I didn't really care much about his storyline in Season 2 also. I believe it's day 25 right now. Actually, it might be 26 morning. I don't know what the fuck it is Fiji time. It might be the morning of day 26 right now. By the way, the game will finish tomorrow.
stand on that platform, Makai.
Gordon Ramsay seems like a reality TV character, more like a reality TV character than a host. I haven't watched the shows, but I assume that's probably the case. Again, I feel like you see what is it? Like obviously, like Probst himself has like a whole bunch of moments in Survivor where like I feel like that's what I would have assumed would be the case. But like I don't know, it's just like a host with like a lot of like big moments or whatever. It's 4 p.m. in Fiji, so is that 4 p.m. day 25 then? I don't know.
Your village lays in ruins, and your stores are hardly endless. How long before your
Probably would take 100 down with him or something.
How disciplined
Yeah,
your men
probably
remain.
would be. I like give him like some sort of redemption or whatever. I find the entire game is just weird, like how they handled everything.
Good. Then they shall
Top
have
reality
it.
host Jeff Probst, Gordon Ramsay, JLP, Arissa
And do
Cox,
so
Phil
without
Kogan.
hesitation.
I put Arissa above JLP, and obviously I have no experience with Gordon Ramsay.
Go to God!
I like the hide and seek game as like a game. I mean, like I guess like not if it was real, but like for the show, I like what they did with it. Draft night, probably. I don't know what the draft is though. What did we do last time? We did a Survivor Pride, right? Should we do Big Brother then? Might do that this time. I think old schoolers gonna do well in 50. Probably not. To be honest, I think they're like I don't think it'll be like an intentional thing of like the old schoolers going out early, but like I also don't feel like a lot of them are poised to do that well. Wait, what? Person involved in the production of Mr. Beast's last video died during production? What the fuck happened? Got an email from Big Brother calling Julie Chen mother. What? Enough unique codes for a host draft? Probably not, I wouldn't think. Not enough that people would want to actually draft. Survivor game was fine. I mean, you just felt like them retreading the other bridge game from season 1. Like obviously it's not exactly the same, but I feel like it like kind of serves the same purpose, like narratively. Wish the hide and seek arena was more open and had actual hiding spots. I did find it weird the entire keys of it. Like I find it weird how the final door like relocks itself. Also, that was the thing. And where like they talk about like, oh, if you open the door, it won't relock itself or whatever. But then like the fucking final door relocks itself. So it's like okay.
Worried that you listened in Solomon's temple, Altair. All of
A
the
trainer helping a contestant with his weight
I did as I
loss
was
trauma.
asked.
No,
the fuck was the
you
video?
did as you pleased. Malachus told me of the
Which driver in the challenge with live
your
feeds?
disregard for our
eh.
ways.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
There are rules. We are
Like I feel
bound
like
to not abide by the
it'd just be
Assassins'
worse
creed.
though.
Three
I feel like it's
simple
the
tenets,
thing.
which you seem to forget.
Like I feel like with Survivor live feeds, I just feel like
First and foremost,
yeah. Like, I mean, it would be interesting from a game perspective. I think it'd be worse of a television product.
and stay your tongue.
if it was like handled in the way that Big Brother was. Where I feel like a lot of the appeal to Survivor to me is the fact that it is
Why did you kill the man inside the temple?
like edited after the fact.
Innocent. He did not need to die.
It was 100 pounds.
Knows no bounds. Make humble your heart, child.
That's kind of a random video.
Tear it from you with my own hands.
I watched Mike Bloom's post. I did.
Second
Didn't get too much from it.
gives us strength.
Like I think we kind of already had the set. Like I think there was like what was the
Will mask you such that
wait it does seem like her and Kyle were way closer than what the edit portrayed.
'cause as I hear it,
Which
you
like
both
we
were
kind of got that
closer.
from like
The
the
royal
other
attention
exit press,
before you
but
struck.
yeah, it does seem like that played a major factor in the end game, and that
The worst
like that
of
was
all
a lot of the
your
reason why
Never compromise the Brotherhood.
like the Shaheen move happens and that sort of stuff is because like Eva got super close to Kyle.
Direct or indirect. Yet you're selfish
And like obviously Eva like talks a lot about like her intentionality in the game and everything, which yeah, I do believe for the most part. Because I saw some people like really talking about how like she's just like making it up. It's like nah, I do believe a decent chunk of it. But also it's like I think it's still a failing on her that she doesn't get other people to believe it.
by the traitor.
I am
Where like I think it's like kind of like in the like the Godfrey sort of mold, or like I don't know, other players that like again probably play, or like I guess like Andy sort of mold. I don't know, like players that play play up too much that they're like not a threat to the point where like other people believe it, and then they just like can't get people to actually believe that they're like actually a good player by the end.
He's experiencing a far better adoption rate than the other subjects.
I'm still pulling him out. He's been in there way too
Or
long.
including Bandage Man, yeah, on Genius, and like the Stranger, right? Is that what Genius Netherlands was?
What's another
I guess we can include David
Why don't we
Tennant.
discuss this in the conference room? Give Desmond a minute to stretch his legs.
Yeah, I think with Eva, it's like it does feel like the edit like very much reduced her to just like Joe's sidekick / like a player with autism. Like I feel like that's what the edit like kind of reduced her to, or like there's clearly like a lot more to her than that. I thought the final game was shit. Dude, it was so fucking stupid. The fucking that like, oh, you have to hit the button on the final platform to start the final round. Like that was the dumbest shit. 48 more and more I think about it. I hate the edit of 48 the more and more I think about it. And it's not like the fucking season's that good at even outside that though, but yeah. Yeah, that was the thing that was a Reality Fan. Someone said that yeah, they've heard that other people were tested out as a host, right? It's like there were like auditions, and that includes some other A vs the World players, which yeah, like I assume like Luke probably, sadly, Shawnee, George, I assume are probably like the top candidates. Like I can't imagine fucking Sarah Talik being the host of Survivor. Yeah, would they do Kirby? Not really sure. I don't think they would. Like Suri, I doubt it because she's on 50. Like maybe it was like before, but like also I think it'd be weird. I think if anyone, it was Parvati. I can't imagine them getting Tony to host Survivor. Was Joe ever seen as the front runner? Like on the island? I think there was a point probably. Or like I think like when like Chrissy goes home and that sort of point, I think people were looking at Joe as the front runner. But I think it shifted like once the jury started to get bigger and they were like looking at the reactions from the jury of like people making faces when Joe and Eva talked and whatever, and they realized they were goats. I have to leave first, right, and then go back in. Didn't he come out? Yeah, there we go. Eva talked about how at the split vote she was considering playing her idol. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, the split tribal vote you're talking about. Which is pretty insane. Because like she was talking about like yeah, that vote was actually like a vote between like me and Say, not like Mitch and Say or whatever. For the edit, should have shown how close Shaheen was to Joe and Eva. Yeah, I think that would, yeah, definitely. Like, I think the fact that, like, Joe and Shaheen's edit, or Joe and Shaheen's relationship was not, like, really focused on the show is pretty strange. And in retrospect, obviously a major red flag for his winning at it. For Joe's winning at, I should clarify, that their relationship was just like not focused on at all.
Gotta say, that's a little creepy, Doc. Waking up to you.
Brink reality. Is this the So I saw this too about. So supposedly David was
We've got a lot of work to do.
Wait, I'll see if this is what.
Kill today.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. Yeah, so supposedly David was already tested out as a replacement host, like back during COVID. So I assume Brains vs. Brawn or Blood vs. Water. But I guess this has been a thing that they've probably been thinking about for a while.
What do you mean almost?
They didn't go far enough. To use a rather tired
Right, Mitch sucks even more on Express. Yeah. What a shocker.
But failed to the source and, well, you're buying time at best. There's no true
Since
change
Kyle
to be
won,
had.
why they
A
give his I don't
comprehensive
play more credit to
systemic
Camilla over him?
intervention. Came
Could not
over
tell
the
you.
mess.
I mean, too fair, I think the reality is that Camilla does deserve more of the credit. I think it's the reality, but like also, yeah, like I just think yeah, Kyle's winning edit is fucking bizarre to me. I really don't get it.
What is it then?
What's the fakest, least true to Island winner edit? Probably Kenzie. Like does Hatch even like I think Hatch is actually like very accurate. Like I feel like with Hatch, it's like with Borneo, like they don't lie that much in the edit. I feel like I feel like in the edit, like it mostly tells just what happened. Like I don't think it was like a season that was like edited in a way to like have a winning edit. I think they just wanted to edit the events of like it's like edited in the way that like Survivor South Africa is edited. Where like I don't think they really cared that much about like making the winner satisfying. Oh, cool! I hit the wrong button. I don't know actually. My assumption was that David lived in America. Last I heard, David lived in America. I believe he lived in New York. I don't know where he lives now. But yeah, it does feel like if it was because like I think that was like part of the thing, right? With JLP that was talking about. It's like, oh, JLP lives in America and the budget of like flying him out or whatever. But it's like that makes no fucking sense because I believe David also lives in America.
But I saw you stab me. Felt death's embrace.
Which is a waste of time and a spineless player who's boring to watch. I mean, I agree with the last part of it at least.
That you might awake. And
What JLP knew about David angling for his job? Yeah, that's a weird thing too, right? Like David's literally gonna be on this upcoming season.
In all things.
yes,
Which I saw someone post, and like, this isn't like. No, actually, no, I won't talk about it. I won't. It's not really anything, but I feel like people are going to interpret it as something. So I won't. Yeah, I won't talk about it. But anyway, I find like some that. Yeah, it is weird. Either way, yeah, it is weird that David is on. Is potentially going to host Survivor at this point. They say he wanted to win Dondi so he can move back to AU. I think it was like. I believe it's like not a spot, like I think it's like a spot where like he would live in both was my interpretation of it. But yeah, I believe it was he wanted the money so he could buy a house closer to his other family.
Expects a wisdom you clearly lack.
So like I think he definitely has a house in Australia, but I assume like he's still living in both though.
thinks it only fair. Your life in exchange for his brothers. But this would
True,
be a
was
waste of
this?
my time and your talent.
Maturing is realizing she wasn't solely to blame for a lot of the casts. Oh, 100%. I mean, this has ever been the like Robin casts. Yeah, like casts a bunch of shows, and yeah, she's typically pretty. And like I think BB Can is like the example of that. Like BB Can like typically has like really great casts. There's obviously exceptions. But like still, it's like I think the strength of BB Can casting really just shows you that it's BBUS that's the issue. Like the producer of BBUS and CBS. That are the issues with Big Brother casting. Big Brother US casting.
Not yet. For now, you're to become a student once again.
Yeah, I'm not the rank of every Survivor player won't be until after 50. No. I haven't even done the Australian Survivor one, which I'll be doing
You will
sooner.
track them yourself.
If this is what you wish,
It is.
then tell me.
Audio
what it is that I
cracking?
must do.
Well, fuck.
We have been betrayed.
Uh,
Someone was assisting Robert de
I need to find a better way to stream from Xbox. I mean, too, for the better way to just get a capture card. I definitely could just do that. Especially now that I have a setup good enough to hook everything up that way. So maybe I should actually be looking into a capture card at this point. Because obviously if that's the case also, then I can use the channel mic instead of using like headsets and that sort of stuff. But again, big reason why I just never did it for a while is just because like I would have to like, I don't know, like spend more money and time on like getting like a proper setup. But like now I got a setup close enough to where like I can do those sort of things. How's edit? If we didn't take a shot at Joe at this round, he wins the game. Yeah, dude, that's why I still don't understand like what they were doing, especially on a season that was like the early parts of the season are like about timing and everything, and it's like talking about it's like better to play aggressively than passively and that sort of thing, and like Kyle's like, yeah, I need to make this move. If I don't do it, then Joe's gonna win, and it just like leads to fucking nothing. It doesn't make fucking sense.
I know how it works.
Yeah, we talked about that. BB27 cats and
Then be quick.
Oh yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Buying capture, it would be an Elgato, likely.
Or we can use violence to intimidate.
I know Prime Day's coming up. Maybe there'll be one on sale then. Yeah, I would definitely consider it at this point, just because like I can.
Then give me a name and let's be done with it.
That's not the way it works.
Where before it was like it would just be a pain to set everything up. Where like before I didn't have like a desk that, either way, yeah, everything was like too far apart from each other to set it up properly. But like now I have things in a way that I can be done better. Which if that's the case, then I can stream from other consoles. That means I could actually buy a Switch and stream from the Switch, because I would definitely do that. Worst edit season 43, 48. I think 48, right? Like 43, I think is like. Oh, what the fuck was that? What the fuck happened there? Yeah, like 43 is like. I think the round by round of it all is edited poorly, but like the overall like storyline of the season isn't edited poorly. Where I feel like with 48, it's like both. That's like bad. Actually, we probably should do it, right?